massive brain versus the big ass coin. Week 14 results. This week's background congratulates the New York Giants for blocking Dallas's last-second field goal attempt and thus prevailing over the Cowboys in what was not only the game of the week, but probably the game of the season. In a game that saw 72 lead changes, or so it seemed, the Giants overcame a 12-point fourth-quarter deficit by scoring not one, but 2 touchdowns in the last 5 minutes. But Dallas wasn't through yet. With the score 37-34, they marched down the field to within field goal range to get one final try to tie the game and send it into overtime. Let's watch the final play from the Dallas booth. The kick is up, and it's good! Oh, but timeout's been called by the Giants, so the kick has to be retaken. Okay, here we go again. The kick is up, and it's batted down! And that's the end of the game, and the end of the Dallas first place reign in the NFC East, and better still, gives the big ass coin the margin he needs to stay alive another week. So the big ass coin shows its moves and takes a Giants step forward by staying alive for another week. Let's savor the details. As you can see from the final score, this week was close, and the big ass coin's entire season was saved by that blocked field goal attempt. Although the big ass coin had a solid 2-game lead after Sunday morning, it found itself on the wrong side of the Green Bay Steamroller as they crushed the Oakland Raiders and reduced the big ass coin's lead to 1 game. And if Dallas had won that Sunday night game, the big ass coin and the massive brain would have been tied, and the massive brain would have taken the week on Monday night's game. It truly is a game of inches. And now the scorecard looks like this. After 14 weeks, the distance to the goal line for both players is 2 weeks each. And with only 3 weeks left in the season, we are looking at a best 2 out of 3 to determine the champion. I've said every week for the past 4 weeks that the current week is huger than the one before it. And so it is again. Whoever wins next week will be on the precipice of ultimate victory and a year of bragging rights. Whoever loses will have a knife to their throat and will have to win the final 2 weeks of the season. 14 weeks ago, who could have imagined this marathon would end with a 100-yard sprint to the finish? This is history in the making. And now for this week's letter to the big ass coin. This week's letter is from a sports commentator who wishes to remain anonymous. Dear big ass coin, it is important that I remain anonymous because revealing my identity would jeopardize my job and those of my colleagues if it got out that we are followers of you and your teachings of the efficient point spread theory. Each week my colleagues, let's call them Troy and Howie, are on TV providing the statistics, the rumors, the weather reports that fans use to try to beat the point spread. But more and more we are coming to see the truth in your teachings, and we have secretly converted and become followers of the big ass coin. We have even invented a secret sign that we flash each other to identify ourselves. It is a flicking of the thumb against the inside of the index finger, which represents the flipping of a coin. Our secret society is growing in number, and we are waiting for the signal from you as to when we should reveal ourselves to the world. Signed, TB. The big ass coin has taught you well, Terry. TB. The signal from me will be my final victory and lobotomy of the massive brain. But in the meantime, continue to lay low. Continue to feed the massive brain and his minions the nonsense data that he so eagerly feeds on. In a fortnight, or in a fortnight plus 1, my mission will be complete and the Reformation will begin. As for the rest of you, don't change that channel. Stay tuned as the big ass coin stays alive in these final weeks of the fight of the century.